Hola! Welcome back to my channel, Learning Spanish with Señora Ramirez. I teach Spanish on an online platform called Outschool, and this video is going to be about tips for new Outschool teachers who have not yet taught their very first class. Now, before your first class starts, there are a couple things that you'll want to do. You want to find a well-lit, quiet place in your home where you can teach the class without any distractions. Also, make sure that you have the Zoom app downloaded to your computer. And if you are unfamiliar with Zoom, you'll want to practice before you teach your first class. Zoom has many cool features like screen sharing and annotating on the screen, and you can allow your students to also screen share and annotate. You can put a frame around your screen. That's pretty cool. But there are plenty of features that you'll need to learn how to use before you teach your first class. Now, also before your first class, when you're preparing your lesson, you want to make sure that you have more material than you need. You do not want to get 20 minutes into a 30-minute class and realize you're out of material. So always have some extra activities on hand that you can use as a last resort. Now you can also, at the very least, toward the end of the class, ask each student what they learned from your class that day. That's a good activity anyway because it makes them think about the material that you've taught them. But it's also a good idea to have extra activities on hand just in case you happen to speak fast that day in class, or it just goes faster than you expect it to. Maybe not all of your students show up, so it goes quicker because of that. Always have extra activities on hand. Now, once you are ready to take your class or teach your class, you will need to log in a few minutes early, check your audio, your video, and that gives students time to log in as well. And also be aware that as soon as you press the Start Live Meeting button, Outschool starts recording you. So you do not want to be scratching your head or screaming at your husband or have your dog barking in the background. You want to have your game face on and be ready to teach your class. Also, during your class, you want to use an icebreaker. Students sometimes are very nervous. It might be their first Outschool class, or maybe they just have nervous personalities or they're shy. If you do an icebreaker like asking them what their favorite movie is, and of course you want to do introductions first, but once after you've done introductions, give them an icebreaker, ask them what their favorite video game is or what kind of music they listen to. That helps loosen them up, gets those ones that are nervous Nellies not to feel so nervous, and it builds a sense of community in your classroom. And ultimately, you want these students to want to take another one of your classes. So if you make them feel comfortable, and they like your class, they'll ask their mom to sign them up for another one. So you definitely want to work on building that sense of community, and using an icebreaker does that. During your class, you want to make sure you give all of the students a chance to interact with each other and with you. That also leads to building a sense of community. Now, your first class that you teach has to be a one-time class, but eventually you can offer ongoing classes. And in ongoing classes, oftentimes you have the same students come back again and again, and they get to be friends with each other, and they enjoy the class for the social aspect of it. So creating a sense of community is very important, and you want to take steps to do that. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about, once your class is over, you want to follow up. And send the children certificates of completion. Maybe one of them won a game that y'all played, or you can send him a completion or her completion, a winner certificate. Also, send the mom a message saying, if your son or your daughter would like to take another one of my classes, the next class can be 50% off. You want them to think about you when they are looking for Outschool classes to take. So if you take these measures, if you follow up this way, they will be thinking about you, and then you'll be able to filter those students into your next class. Okay guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you have any questions, make sure you put them down below in the comment section. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified of the newest videos that I produce. And as always, hasta luego. Have a great day. Bye-bye.